Do 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 do. See my jazz hands. Jazz hands. Hey,
hands.
good morning, everybody. My name is DJ Val, aka Don Valentino, aka the voice of modern radio. And to my right, to your left, is none other than the real deal Olive.
Hello, how are you? You're welcome to another, what I hope will be an exciting episode of What's on Your Mind.
Let's
what happens
work it
here?
out.
Let's work it out. What happens here?
It's where the real conversation begins.
That's it. Starts, takes place, whichever one.
That was a really good opening, you know. I wish we could do that all the time. It's just not really a thing, right, to do it like that all the time.
How are you? We just got to go with the flow here.
Well, yes, it is, as we like to say, recorded before a live studio audience. There you go.
Not a studio audience. Well, anyhow, how are you? Have you been? How are you, DJ Val?
That would be great, you know, a live show with a real studio audience.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, you know, come on down.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Do a meet and greet, then record.
Yeah, and then do a live.
Lovely location, right?
Yeah. We're scouting locations.
I'm all for it.
We're going on the road. We could be coming to a city near you. Imagine what's on your mind in Manchester, in Birmingham. You guys have the chance to turn up and, you know, meet us in person. Wow, what a thrill. So, yeah, some people think I'm AI generated. You know, I'm not. I'm very real.
No,
very real.
How are you? I asked and you digress.
I got carried away. Sorry. I do that. AI can't do that. I've been very well, actually. Very busy few days, but yeah, it's been good. Yeah.
I thank you all. For those of you who joined last week's show, thank you so much. Once again, the live engagement was fabulous. Keep it coming. Go for it this time around. Go for it. And my greeting
for today
is
Bula.
Nope. From Japan.
I have got something to tell you.
Tell me. Is it a greeting?
Yes, it's to do with greetings.
Okay, tell me.
So I was moderating in church, and then all of a sudden it just came and I just started saying hello in different languages and different things, you know. And then the congregation joined in as well, you know. So they said Konnichiwa. Someone said Konnichiwa. Someone said Bula. I had someone say Akwaba. Then just different things.
Are they listeners of the show?
I don't know, but it was just this thing, and I just thought, oh, what's a good way of starting off? We even did Jamaican Wagwan, you know, everything, you know, Yoruba. We do Igbo or Hausa. It was so surreal doing it there. So thank you, darling. That inspired me. Thank you.
It's again. People ask me what made me start doing that. I don't know. It's one of those things you just go with on the moment thing, and I recognize we recognize then that you're from different parts of the world, and
true.
Why not? Again, I love languages. I'm woeful at them, but I do have this love for languages, and I feel the first way you can connect to somebody if you can greet them in their language. So Diwali's been going on since last weekend, and I had to ask, how do you greet, you know, in that setting? And I did it for somebody, and they were so thrown aback in a nice way. It's that relativity. Once you can relate to people in something that touches them or common to them, I just find it breaks the ice. Anyway, are you doing the same? Asking others how to greet them? And it's also a very good icebreaker, because whenever I go to small groups, I used to do it, you know. So it was, again, maybe it was something innately I just did. And on the show, it was, again, natural to do it. And then I challenged myself. I said I would try and get greetings from different parts of the world. And I would see how long I could hold that up. Thankfully, we've done well, haven't we? So do you remember last week's greetings? Last week's greeting was all the way from Uganda. We said Abeyo. Do you remember that? And the week before was Greek, was Yasu and Yasa.
Yep,
do you remember that? But today is all the way from Japan. So I pulled out my kimono, It's not quite like theirs, but this is.
So I was right when I said, you see, you just kept quiet.
When I came into the studio, he said, "You look, this kimono looks very oriental.
Very oriental look going on here.
It's a strange one. This is Ashoke right here, and this is an AF print. So how it looks oriental, it was just, coincidental.
And then you did the hair as well to match.
I was trying to go for the Japanese look, so I pulled my kimono. But anyhow, the formal greeting in that part of the world is Konnichiwa. Everybody knows that one. But also they've got a specific informal greeting and when you do the Konnichiwa, you must show respect by bowing your head, not by waving. And they've got the informal greeting of good morning, which is Ahayo. Ahayo, that's good morning. But Konnichiwa is widely known, but that's a more formal greeting. Right. And the reason I picked Japan was because Japan is also on my international news. I have no national news today. Too much is happening nationally. I thought, you know what? Let's look at the remote stuff happening internationally. And in Japan, as you all know, they elected for the first time a female prime minister. Dun, dun, dun. That's it.
Oh, should we do some?
That's it. Yes. So we're going to go to, first of all, we're going to park the news, but I've made the connection for you why I picked my kimono out and why I picked the greeting. We'll go to international news in a minute. Before we do that, my favorite part of the show, your comments. Come, let's go.
Okay.
Applause for them before that. Yes. I will start. Let me start from WhatsApp quickly so I don't leave it out.
I got a new sound effect for them.
You got a new
well.
one for
Yeah, for them.
Tell us.
Yeah.
What's that? Glass ceiling shattering?
Broken glass.
Oh, okay.
Like, there you go.
This is from my auntie, who's tech savvy, Auntie Florence. We popularly know her as Auntie Noye. Now she goes, love you loads with heart
It's
emoji.
the book lady, no?
No.
Oh, okay.
Auntie Noni is my international business auntie.
Oh, okay.
The one who taught me how to do business. How to sell stuff while I was still studying in university.
I see.
So, love you loads. Heart emoji. You are beautiful and shining example for young and old people to follow. Oh, there is always a takeaway in every episode I find. Christine's message you read was on point. Kudos also to DJ Val. His interjection and little distraction is acceptable. It makes the show very natural.
Acceptable.
She accepts it. His distraction.
Okay, I've reloaded.
Thank you, Auntie.
That was funny. Acceptable, you know.
Acceptable. And she joins the live chat sometimes. Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
That was funny.
And then moving on to the other YouTube comments.
Oh, sorry. I was just messing around with the camera.
Thank you so much. Starting it off in no particular order is my girl, Ifoma. She goes, another great show. The reminder that not only every conflict needs resolution. Some just need release. This hit hard today.
That's true.
That's part of our aims, that we can just get into these things and cause
Very
you to
philosophical.
think. Moving on. Thank you so much, girl. Thank you. Thank you for your live comments as well, for keeping those live, the live section lively. Thank you. Mr. Frank. Shalom. The Shakespeare moment had made stitches. This is the only show that mixes scripture with facts. and Julius Caesar in one episode. Call us unique, Frank.
That particular that clip has done so well on
the shorts.
on the shorts. So follow. You have to follow the Real Deal Olive F on Instagram. Not just on the YouTube, because some people don't only go to YouTube when there's big things on, so they don't really do the shorts. But if you want to catch your shorts, follow her channel. The Real Deal Olive F is her name. Follow her and you'll get all of the shorts as well. So yeah.
Thank you so much. That's a good one. I'm stitching up again and again. Also, moving on to Bumi. Thank you so much.
No,
Mr.
but
Frank.
say what you were gonna say.
No, I think it's okay. Somebody was another verbal feedback I got during the week, or somebody was listening on repeats during the week as she was driving. She was listening to an old episode and she was like, it's if I didn't know you, I would struggle to believe that your show isn't scripted. I said, it really isn't, because he doesn't know what most times I'm about to discuss. He rarely knows the subject matter. Today, he doesn't know what the subject matter is. He'll see the comments because he needs to pull them through. But I respond to the comments. So again, sometimes, even though I've responded to them, when I read them again, I'm reading them like it's the first time I've read them, So we try our best to keep it as natural as possible, because so much of what's out there is so rigidly scripted. And again, I don't know if we could roll that way by nature. So we hope that this format that we have, making it just a conversation, works for you. And we hope that you will continue.
I think you should let me know what the topics are.
Okay. I should let you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once in a while I do let you know. Doesn't change anything. You still do your thing. It's not like you go and research.
I might. Well,
exactly. It's not like you go and research and come and bring. Even when you know the word, it doesn't make any difference. You still react in the same way.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean? Still the same thing. Or you go, then I'll tell you on the day. I'll tell you what the topic is. Oh, you go. Oh, that's true. So it's not like you knowing it. You don't do anything with it. You know. You know what what the schedule is.
I might come up with a PowerPoint to support the facts,
right.
Or a deck, as they call it now.
You know when we do plan, he knows what I've put down that we would cover, because we've said this season it will be driven by your needs, your questions, we will be guided by what the listeners are saying. So he knows that, but in the order in which I put them or we pull them, he might not necessarily know. So of course we've just been dealing with conflict resolution, so he knew it will be part 1, part 2, part 3 as the case was. But other than that, he just rolls with it. Moving on to Bumi. She goes, I love how the show makes even deep topics feel safe to explore. No better way to start the weekend.
Always says that.
That's it.
No, it was someone else that said that last time about.
That's it. Thank you. No better way to start your weekend. Just to get your mind just functioning. And hopefully, whatever you get from your takeaway, we'll see you apply it in the course of your week. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Femi, he goes, I never thought of closure as something I could give myself instead of waiting for someone else. Yeah.
That's a really good point, actually. That's a very good point.
You have to give it, you have to make that decision and give it to yourself.
Sometimes I listen to these, or I read the comments and I think, was that really in the show?
Yes.
Yeah, it was, but...
Again, you see what I mean? So even if you had the topic...
No, that's a different thing of what I'm saying. I'm saying, because
remember, you're also dealing with the producer side of things.
Yeah,
so
but I'm just saying
your head is everywhere.
But
you're not.
No. Here, so it's. I know it was there, but hearing it sounds like it wasn't there. Do you get what I mean? It's like, oh, really? We went that deep? It's like,
Yeah. We give the examples about the families who've suffered losses, etc. Last but by no means the least, Maggie. I missed Maggie last week. Maggie, were you away? Were you on holiday? Answers on a postcard. Let us know. No, she wasn't around last week. I noticed. Conflict isn't just about who is right. It is about who is willing to protect peace. Thank you both. Is that the last one?
That's the last one.
Applause, applause, applause.
Oops,
Thank
that's the
you,
wrong one.
all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Take your applause. Take your applause. Hold that word, protect peace. I like the fact that that's the last comment we're taking, protect peace. And the comments the week before, I think it was Ifoma as well, who said that sometimes I just keep quiet to preserve the peace or to just have my peace. Let's go quickly to international news. First international news. Well, we're Nigerians. You all know that. And rarely do you find anything that happens with our country in the international news. Rarely. You kind of have to go to
There's a lot that goes on.
There's a lot that goes on, but it's not international news. And it's, for whatever reasons, you have to go to other channels like Al Jazeera and all of that before I get, or Franz van Kaart, African Voices, to get scope on much of what's happening.
Or Al Jazeera.
I just said Al Jazeera. Yeah, in the... I just said it.
Paying attention.
Gosh, can you once again stay in the space, please? Please.
Because you like Al Jazeera, so that's why I was going to say, yeah, Al Jazeera. And then...
Yeah.
Okay. Al Jazeera.
Yes, I do. That's where you can get, just a bit more robust news on the continent. So this was an oil tanker explosion that took place in the central Niger state, or Niger state. Niger state, we call it.
Yeah, Niger
Niger
state.
is the other side. Niger state.
Niger is a country all on its own. Yep. Niger state.
Now, tanker explosions are they're not a new thing. They're reoccurring. But what happens is, due to the rate of poverty in those areas, when these things happen, you then find that more lives are put at risk because people are trying to salvage oil from the tanker. And now this time around, the explosion caused more, so it affected more people, not because of the explosion, but because of people trying to do this. Over 60 people were injured, recorded, taken to the hospital over this.
They were trying to get oil from the tanker.
Oil from the tanker, not necessarily from the explosion. And this is the same area that is plagued with all the terrorism. I'm sure you've heard of all the killings and the killings of Christians in that area, and the further up north, it's that same area where safety is such a precarious thing there. Safety is nil to nothing. Some areas there, the farms are protected by security people, just so that people can go on farm and the terrorists don't
come in and
take
carry them.
Take the harvest. Take not the people, the harvest.
Oh, still the harvest.
The harvest, yes. So people farm under protection. I just thought I'd throw that one in there because there's just so much happening around that area. Moving on to Japan. Pardon me if I don't get her first name, the pronunciation right.
Nakamoto.
No, that's not a nice statement you just made there.
What?
Like as though that's the name every Japanese will have.
No, I'm just thinking, this might be like Smith.
Because you're Nigerian, will you be a Bankole?
Or Ade.
Exactly.
Something.
Exactly. So pardon him, please.
She could have been like the granddaughter of...
Stop while you're ahead. Her name is Sanae. Sanae Takaichi. I can pronounce the surname Takaichi, but the first name is Sanae. And first ever female leader. It means that in this
Sane.
patriarchal society dominated. I mean, for years, I didn't even want to go into the history of how long this country has been ruled by men. So her election has caused a lot of those observing it are not excited, if that makes sense. And I thought, why aren't they excited? I'd be like, oh, that's good. For the first time, she would break down stereotypes, but this is what some of the critics say, that this might just be for optics. Some women don't really see her as an advocate for change. She promotes the same society that puts women down. She does. And she's a big fan of Margaret Thatcher, and she said that she always wanted to be the Iron Lady of her country. Iron Lady of her country to what end? Is it to promote change or just keep the status quo? But having said that, though, one of her first acts as Prime Minister, she appointed to cabinet Japan's first female finance minister. So let's give her a chance. Watch that space. She just might hold up to, but the critics are not, and the people on the streets, students and all of that, they're not excited.
Well, you know what? When Margaret Thatcher took over, I don't think anybody was particularly excited.
When she stepped down, nowhere,
But, and again, it's not a politically motivated or charged show, but, what she did for the country, nobody can turn around and say, well, there weren't prosperous years.
Yeah.
So, there was something that she must have done right, Iron Lady or not. So let's have to watch this space. Let's wait. Let's come back in 100 days and see her first 100 days.
100 days, All right. You must remind me to do that.
I will.
To check. Now, moving on to our subject matter for today. You all, in dealing with conflict resolution, there was a word. So like I said, we're going to be driving this subject based on what you're leading on. So I leaned into the things I kept hearing, the reoccurring words. Okay. And one of it was what Maggie closed the comment section off with. Said, peace. I closed off the show last week as well with a call to peace. And somebody said on the show, Nobel Prize, something.
Those people on that live thing.
Comments like that just excites me. Thank you.
Nobel Peace Prize. What about Nobel Peace Prize for DJ Val as well? I'm promoting peace in our time. That sounded like Tony Stark then. Peace in our time.
So we concluded, with a call to peace by building a culture of peace in the family. So a lot of, even though we veered off, and we put tentacles around the conversation, but our core focus was the family. And we said conflict was inevitable, but not destructive. Disagreements happen, but division doesn't have to. And we can choose peace. We can choose healing. We can choose love. So on that, I want us to dig deeper into peace. What do you term as peace?
The cessation of all hostility.
That's what you said as conflict resolution.
Did I?
Yes.
Cessation of all hostility.
Yes.
Okay. Excuse
That's
me.
a good definition anyway.
But good one. It is. I mean, peace is... Yeah, peace is like you're almost at this state of rest.
Mm-hmm.
It's a place of harmony. There's no struggle. There's no fight. You're just at this, wonderful state of being, almost just being. It's just there's no struggle. There's no battle. There's nothing. You're just at peace, at rest. it does remind me a bit of excuse me, Newton's is it first or second law of motion, that an object continues at rest or at uniform velocity unless compelled by external forces. So you're almost, as this person, you're just at rest, which is you're zero. You're not going, you're just at peace.
Okay. Newton, you're welcome to the conversation. Right. What say you? Answers on a postcard. Come on, tell us.
Help me out here. Help me out.
Different people, again, based on your viewpoint, based on your mindset, you would see peace how you want to. It's very, very relative. Very, very relative.
Very relative. Yeah.
So there isn't one definition. So what I've tried to do here is I've tried to break it up to personal, social, political, and institutional. Let's make an attempt. Let's see how we get with that. And even ecological nature. Let's see. So with personal, I would define personal peace, as you've just said, an awareness of one's authentic self and living with that integrity. So first of all, you may not know it until you've identified it, until you become aware. So many of us, I always ask the question in the place of counseling, what is it you want? Because if you know yourself, you would know what you want. Then you know what peace means to you. Ifoma had touched on peace. Maggie had touched on it. So these people probably have an idea of what personal peace means to them. And at the core of it, so I'm going to break this down in definition just so we move along it fairly swiftly to help center our conversation. Okay. So at the core of it will be that inner inquiry. How do I know what it is that moves me? How do I know what my triggers? We talked about this when we talked about what in resolution, identifying the triggers for the conflict. So what is it that moves you to left or right? Mm-hmm. What's your attitude in different situations? Mm-hmm. Are you a fight or you're a flee person? Are you a confront or combat? Are you passive aggressive? Are you plainly passive? At the core of it, identify how it is that you respond to these things and how you want it to be. What's the goal? If you don't know it, what's the goal? Is it to develop a peaceful relationship with yourself first as the foundation? Ifoma said she lets go for her own peace. So the goal there for her is to continue to develop that inner peace, and that will filter to other areas. And now as she discovers or we discover what your inner peace is, what that looks like to you. For some people, it might be a whole day in a spa and peace is ignited. Some people, it might be a run in the park, in nature, whatever it is that, but note that it begins from deep within. Peace is an intangible thing. It's an intangible attribute. And before you can bring to others, you must first receive for yourself. Yep. And you raised a scripture I had to go and look for it, John 14, where Jesus says, my peace I leave with you. Not as the world gives, my peace I give to you. So if you're a Christ follower, then it stands that you then need to discover, what does Christ's peace look like? What language does Christ's peace speak? How has that gift been packaged to you? He says, I leave it with you. Have you received it? how does it look like if I've received it? How does that reception, what does it translate to you? You know? And some people will say, well, through prayer, through surrender, I can seek the right relationship first within myself that is rooted in the identity of the giver of the peace. If your peace is from the spa, then that means you have to keep going often to the peace, to the source.
I just had a thought, and I don't know whether or not it's right.
Go ahead.
I just thought, he said, my peace I live with you. It's almost like he's left peace as a language, a modus operandi, or a way of being able to communicate.
Blessed are the peacemakers, for they what? Shall see God. That's the only one that brings us right. It's the only beatitude that brings us before God. It's the only beatitude that brings you before God, the peacemaker. So peace clearly is something that is crucial for our spiritual development, crucial for your emotional balance, crucial then as well for your social ability. We'll talk about social peace in a minute. Just let's segue right into it right now. What's social peace? It's the ethics that surround dignified relationships amongst individuals firstly and groups. So you go to, let's take an example. You go to the nomads, the cattle rearers or the camel rearers in the desert. They have a way of life that preserves the peace of their lifestyle. Now, another community, for example, maybe sheep rearers, may have a different ethical approach, a different set of ethics. When you bring them together, there's bound to have a clash. There's bound to be. Because camels, first of all, are huge. They make a mess. They poop everywhere. Sheep, on the other end, are bleating, making noise, and camels are always sleeping whenever they get the chance. So you are going to have a clash. Now, those two communities, in order for them to exist, will have to identify their differences, agree the interpersonal dynamics, and whatever conflicts arise from them being together will take honoring each person's dignity or each community's dignity. So now in our modern day society, you hear words like inclusivity, diversity and inclusion, honoring our differences, our cultural differences, and yet coming together to include our differences. So that's the core focus of it. What's the goal? It's so that we recognize that we have to survive together. We have to cohabit. We have to coexist. How do we promote?
In peace.
In peace. We're defining the different types of peace now. We're just setting the foundation
No.
for the different kinds of peace.
Saying
yes.
the whole.
But at the goal of that sort of peace, the goal towards that sort of peace is to, again, bring harmony. In this case, because their communities, justice is needed. Empathy is needed. So that one community doesn't dominate the other. And there's a cooperation to doing it. One of the biggest commandments, let's go back to the word, is love your neighbor as yourself. We did a show. That was what made me bring this in. We did a show. I was like, I go back and listen to the old shows about a story about how this neighbor helped. We took the headline and we made a show out of it. Yes, and it was on neighbors and how neighbors support each other and what neighbors should be. Love your neighbor as yourself. Social peace is about how you treat one another with compassion, grace, kindness
Peace.
comes in,
Mm-hmm.
and that peace.
Mm-hmm.
When we had an incident with our car, our neighbors all rallied round. You guys okay? They stopped by, they checked in, some brought food. Wow.
Food?
Yeah, our neighbor brought food.
Did I eat it?
Moving on. Did he eat the food? Anyhow. Solidarity. That happens when there's peace. If we were all living in discord and disharmony with one another, they wouldn't have done that. They wouldn't have checked in on us. They wouldn't have, but that's what happens. And in order to do this, you have to confront your differences or come to your differences with humility, especially where there's history. So let's go to South Africa, where there's historical conflict, where there's historical animosity.
Mm-hmm.
Look at some countries in Europe, there's some that they're still going on for years.
Even in England.
Even in England, exactly. We still have some of those historical. So it means that for us not to marginalize certain people, we have to mercy. First of all, mercy has to be given. Mercy has to be extended, and hopefully the people, whoever is extending, those that it's been extended to, will receive in return, so that they're able to coexist. Maybe their conflicts may never be resolved because the historical issues are way too deep. But in that setting, the people make an agreement on how to coexist despite their historical differences.
Okay.
Building bridges, and we ask ourselves, in that setting, are our relationships able to build walls, our relationship able to bring down the walls of animosity and hatred and build bridges across, such that the next generation, despite the historical differences, can have a peaceful outlook to their future. Moving on to political peace. I can stop at political peace, and we'll finish off next week with institutional and ecological.
Okay. Keep going.
We just said we have no political affiliation or allegiance to any political group, but still, we have our opinions on the different things that happen around politics. So I'll define that as a collective engagement in discourse, decision-making, and actions. They're constantly. Did they get anywhere with it? I don't know. So the core focus there is to bring justice. That's the core. That's the way it's approached. And that's the way we'd like it as the constituents, that you're at the core of it. You've got fairness, justice. You've got a process where the public is carried along transparently. You've got a process that creates and fosters inclusion, where everybody's view matters. If we're voting for you, then we want our view to matter. And so in so doing, you find the people in that sphere, when they engage with you, they're trying to win you over. They're trying to make sure that you understand they're here for you, to serve you for your good. They're trying to convince you that we're here to register whatever we want to speak on your behalf. And some define that. So when politicians begin to steer discord, they're then referred to as controversial political parties or parties or groups that steer that because that's not what political peace should aim for. Non-violent, inclusive and participatory systems that guide fairness and open deliberation. Some say you separate politics from faith, separate state and church. That argument has been going on for years. We're not going to go into it. But one thing I can tell you for free is that God is interested in justice.
Mm-hmm.
He's a God of justice. He's a righteous God. And there's a scripture, I can't remember where it comes from, that says that righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to him. Meaning that when you become lawless, he can't help you. You know? And at the core of this, again, we're asking ourselves, how do we, as families, as individuals, as families, how are we participating? So when they knock on your door and they want you to vote, how is it that you're participating in this civic life? Some of us we're so frustrated, we completely detach.
Well, from voting.
Yeah, voting is your one way of you registering your civic duty. That's one way amongst the many.
True.
There are many, 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 many other ways. But what we're talking about today is just political peace. The early church turned the world upside down. Not through violence, not through excessive show of power, but just simply through a faithful witness of courageous love. That's what they did. And then people turn around and call them Christians.
And that was a mocking name, actually.
Yes.
It wasn't really.
They didn't call themselves Christians. It was like, oh, they're behaving like that man called the Christ. But that's where that's how, because they made such an impact. So we're going to stop here, and next week, hopefully, we'll do institution, ecological, and we close it up. And then we move on to a subject, again, that has been driven by you. We will begin to touch on another deep subject, and I hope it won't be too gory for you.
Yeah, let's hope it's not too deep as well.
Trauma. It is deep. We only have how many more weeks? We'll be done with the serious subjects, and we go into the floozy, fluffy Christmas stuff.
Can we not intermingle something in between? Okay,
producer, I will defer to you. But next week, we will finish off institutional peace and ecological.
Because I don't know too many jokes about trauma, so I may not be able to.
Do you have a joke for me today?
Yeah. So, again, I saw this online.
He laughs his joke first
because it was funny. It's funny. So, there's a lady, right? She's going home, and then she sees her neighbor outside in the street, right, with the bomb squad. No, she sees a neighbor outside in the street, and she says, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Oh, I'm calling the bomb squad." And she said, "Why are you calling the bomb squad?" And he pointed to a package that was on the floor, and he goes, "I've been talking to them for an hour. I'm not really getting anywhere with them." So he goes, "You have a go." And she went, "Okay." So she looked in it, and she looked in the package, and it was a sandwich. And in the sandwich, you could see some wires. And then the bomb squad guy goes, "Look, we've been talking to this guy. Can you just tell me, is it chicken?" And she went, "No, it looks like it's cheese and onion." Is it chicken? Is it chicken? Sandwich? No, it's cheese and onion.
I don't get it. So why was it calling the bomb squad?
It's just part of the joke. So the bomb squad is asking her, "Is it ticking?"
Oh, is it ticking?
And she said
no, it's cheese and onion.
She heard, is it chicken? And she said, no, it's cheese and onion.
Oh my goodness. Okay. That is funny. I'm sorry.
Round of applause.
Is it ticking? Is it ticking? You said It's your delivery that you failed a bit on this one, DJ Val. You should have said, "Is it ticking?" But you
That's
said,
what
"Is
I
it
said.
chicken?"
No, I
You
didn't
said,
say.
"Oh."
I said, "Is it ticking?" And you heard something else.
Oh, there you go. Did you get it? Or were you like me, who got it after the fact?
There you go. I wasn't even planning that one. I love to watch funny things online, so it's
Right.
a good
Shout
joke.
outs, thank
Shout
you.
outs,
Shout
yes.
outs.
Birthday shout outs.
Mm-hmm.
Birthday shout out. I think we did her last week anyway. But oh God, what's her? Hold on. Is it
While she's getting it, I'll jump on those that I remember. Our very, very own Auntie Pamela Arigbe turned 70. One of our Lagos listeners. Happy birthday, Auntie. God bless you. I hope you had a blast. And my effervescent, ever Auntie with the mostest, my sister Jennifer. It was hers as well. And who else?
It was, who's that on there? Twanda Black from the Praise Factor Awards.
And
Miss Twanda Black.
Auntie
Auntie Adiola as well. I think we did that already, but never mind. Auntie Adiola's birthday. Azuma from Walthamstow.
Because it was just, hers was during the week. Remember?
Yeah, Azuma. She sings in the choir with her little boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was her birthday as well. Yeah, Azuma.
Oh,
It was her
happy
birthday as well.
birthday, girls. Happy birthday, all girls today.
Yep, and of
All
course, if you're
ladies.
celebrating, you got a birthday, bar mitzvah, or something great that's happening in your life, remember to reach out to us directly. You can do that via the email at soulfoodoffice@gmail.com. At soulfoodoffice@gmail.com. And yeah, we will pick up and we can obviously add your comment or add your birthday to next week's show. So yeah, do that. Talking of birthdays, which is a really good segue, if you're watching this show, there is a new swag pop-up taking place this Saturday, right after the show, over there at Wreck City Church in Kilburn, not in any other location, Kilburn. The new swag team, which is the Real Deal Olive, me, Mr. New Swag himself, not New Diligence New Swag, just me, UK New Swag, and Zamzam. We're going to be down at Wreck City Church, and we have a table full of great merchandise. If you want to get some hats and t-shirts, check us out. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for today. Thank you for your time. What were you doing? Are you shopping, cooking, listening, driving? What were you doing today? Tell me. Hope we've kept you company. Thank you for your company, most importantly. We will leave you. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time. May the good Lord keep you.
And bless you.
May He bless you. May He preserve you. May He let the light of His countenance shine upon you. May He bring you closer to your heart's desires. You're going in and you're coming in and you're going out. May He keep you. Do not render evil for evil, but instead be the change that you want to see and be. We love you.
And I have to sing the song on your mind. Let's work it out.
With Olive and Bar, there's never a doubt.
What's on your mind? Let's talk it out. With Olive and Bar, there's never a doubt. Morning vibes that feel so fine. Tune in now, it's breakfast time.